Freedom is coming, have you captive? We're not slowing down. If your legs get tired, tell the devil he's a liar.
Yeah.
Let's go. We ride in Jesus' name. Break chains of sin and shame. Declare Jesus to the ends of the earth.
Well, good morning, Get Wrecked for Recovery crew. So it's day 72 of the Redeeming Eden Cycle Tour, RECT, Get Wrecked for Recovery. A bicycle trip up the Atlantic coast of America, plus the C&O Gap and Erie Canalway Trail, to raise awareness that there are addiction recovery options available, that you don't have to die in your addiction. There's churches, celebrate recoveries, and rescue missions all over the nation, all over the world, that just want to help you, talk to you, and love you if you find yourself battling addiction. So I stayed here at Lock 16 last night. It was so peaceful, so nice. There's nobody out here. Like, there's an interstate maybe off in the distance and a train off in the other distance, but it was just so quiet and so nice. I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to check the YouTube video, make sure that it had uploaded, do my usual, you know, like, is everything okay? Look through stuff. And I saw a guy that had some issues with paying for a funeral. And so I had hoped that the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund would be something that we could do for him. But when he responded, he said it wasn't overdose related. So I'm trying to get in touch with a church now in their area to possibly help them out. So I've spent most of the morning kind of working on that and networking some things together. And then just kind of resting a little bit. The lock operator let me finish charging my devices. I took them off the charger last night about 3:30 a.m. Because heavy rain came through. It's actually supposed to rain again very soon. And so I took my batteries off the electrical, and he let me hook them back up. And so I just came back over here and piddled around, took a nap, and been working on that other stuff. So either way, I am leaving the Erie Canalway Trail. When you see me turn off the trail here in about 2 miles, that's it. Now I'm heading north into the Adirondacks. I have no idea how far I'm going to get today. My goal is 40 miles, and I've looked at the satellite. I'm going to be in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Nowhere. And I love it. I cannot wait. Also getting back into bear territory with this kind of distant, isolated northern mountains situation. So definitely going to have to start hanging my food again and paying close attention to those kind of things. Bear marks on the trees in the area, game trails, and all the like. So yeah, I'm going to get on the road now, and you'll see more of that right about now. Well, if you came to the channel looking for what's that way toward Albany, I can't help you with this one. I'm headed into the unknown. Yeah, I had to do that too. Unknown that way, unknown this way. Let's go know all about it. Love you guys. See you later. Is this some kind of like sick joke? So You know, I'm not real big in like flat Earth theory or anything. I never could prove it. Of course, I hadn't been to the right vantage point. Jeff Bezos, my tour will be done right about the time that you're going up in your rocket. So, if you need another passenger, I'm on board. But they've been lying to you all your life. I hate to tell you, the United States map, Missouri is actually right up at the top of New York. I didn't know that. It's very strange that, you know, they would just pander that lie to us for as long as they have. But if you look at your United States map, you need to move Missouri right up like east of Lake Ontario. It's right there. That's where Missouri is. I am in Missouri. Anyway, yeah, no, this is pretty disgusting. Luckily, I'm on top of like a mountain for a little while. That was a good 600, 700 foot, maybe even 800 foot climb straight out of the gate, no stops. But it looks like on Google, which Google's such a liar, that it's going to be, you know, kind of just hilly and not so bad for the next few miles. So we'll see about that. I love you guys. See you later. You know, it doesn't matter where you go, nothing compares to that view. That's crazy. Anyway, looks like I got a good downhill here. Let's go. Buddy. Tell you what, hadn't had that anywhere on the trip yet. That is the longest downhill coast I've had since I started this entire ride over 3,000 miles ago. I always love that. Looks like I might have another one coming up and a dog. Oh, they're fenced. Hey, Bubby. Yep, here we go. That never, ever, ever gets old. I could be 100 years old and still feel like I was 10 going down a mountain like that. Alright, so I'm crossing what the locals around here call the Blue Line, which is the line that separates everything else from Adirondack Park. Adirondack Park is actually the largest protected land in the lower 48. It is bigger than Yellowstone, the Everglades, Grand Canyon, and Glacier National Park combined. So it is a giant piece of land up here in northern New York. And I'm about to explore just about as much of it as I can on a bicycle. Continue to pray for divine appointments, and I'm heading in, crossing the Blue Line right about now. Well, the rain is almost over with, and I know that because it's getting colder. It's supposed to be like a high in the 60s tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. So one thing I can tell you, if you're riding the Adirondack Loop, there's nothing out here, so I don't have any service. I went up here to Caroga Lake, asked them if they had Wi-Fi. They said they do not. And so it's just kind of be what it is. I only went like 20 something miles today. I don't know whether I'll even be able to download the Garmin info. I may just have to have a picture at the end. I'm not sure. I hadn't started working on that yet. But it was about 1,400 feet of climbing in total. Really, most of it was just the first hill out of the gate. Couldn't find anything for dinner. There was a restaurant up here. I didn't want to turn that direction. I'm going to go there for breakfast in the morning. There is a Dollar General right up here, which is strange. So tomorrow I actually start the Adirondack Loop. I was on it for just maybe a quarter of a mile when I turned down to the campground here. But definitely scenic. It is already starting to impress. I talked with the guy that works here, and he was like, oh, it's just going to get better as you go farther north. So tomorrow I'm going to try to put in like 50 miles from here to Indian Lake. Stop somewhere for lunch, maybe in the middle. It's supposed to be sunny. I did not know that this was a rainforest. It's not a rainforest. But it has sure felt like it the last couple of days. The Erie Canal and this, just on and off rain showers. I've had to dodge so much of it all the way through. It was crazy. But I was able to dodge it. I never really had to ride in any heavy rain at all, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish out the video here. I've got this beautiful creek behind me, which is just gorgeous, babbling brook. And then the lake is actually right on the other side over here, so I'll try to get some video of that in the morning. I sat down on the phone with my wife earlier and crunched all the numbers, and so like I'm eating into what I had saved up to pay the rest of the bike pretty quickly. You know, I haven't had too many like donations. I think I had $45 in Niagara Falls and then $100 cash in one of the cities on the Erie Canal towpath. So I started the June fundraiser for Redeeming Eden. It's on Facebook, and if you can help. I don't ever ask anybody in person. That's not part of the ministry, is, you know, fundraising. But I do fundraise here. I do fundraise on Facebook. I do fundraise, you know, all those places. I don't ever, you know, ask for a donation. I don't turn them down if someone offers anything. But it's just not part of the way I've ever done it, and it's not going to be the way that I do it for this season of touring, you know, like these cycle tours. God has just not put it on my heart to make this about money. He has provided every bit of the way, and I'm fully confident He will. I've stepped out of the boat. I'm walking on the water, and, you know, I need you guys to be the hands of Jesus to reach down as the sea starts to rage around me. But everything's good. You know, just really didn't think about how much hotels and stuff were going to cost up the East Coast. And then, you know, putting everything together with that, and then all the ferry rides, train rides. Like, it's been way more expensive than the other tours, but it's been necessary to get all the states done. So either way, thank you so much for your help and support. I do appreciate every single one of you that has given to Redeeming Eden and continues to give to Redeeming Eden. And for those of you who can't give financially, thank you so much for praying for Redeeming Eden. If you cannot give financially, just give a few minutes out of your day to pray that the gospel will be shared, that the brokenhearted will be healed, and that the captives will be set free. Divine appointments is what I need along the way. And I know God will be faithful to provide those things. So, but yeah, if you know anybody who's passed away from addiction in any form or fashion, please drop their name in the comments or find me through the Popple link in the description, and I would love to ride for your person and celebrate their life with you for a day. If you know anybody who's actively addicted, share this with them. I don't want to see anybody else die from addiction. I know you don't either. Let's use Redeeming Eden as a tool that we might save a life. This is the REACCT Tour, REACCT, the Redeeming Eden Atlantic Coast Cycle Tour. And I need you to react. I need you to like the videos, comment on the videos on YouTube, share the videos on your social media profile, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All those things will go a long way in helping to build Redeeming Eden, the Garden Rehab. Last but not least, don't forget that Redeeming Eden is a nonprofit ministry through International Gospel Outreach. I'll leave a link to them in the description. You can go there, you can find out more about Redeeming Eden and about the Cody Jordan Forever Funeral Fund, or you can go back and watch the Day 1 video from this series, the REACCT Tour. So from here at Caroga Lake State Park in New York State, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. I'll see you later. Have a good night.